All right, I know a lot of people are excited. We are T-minus 5 days from the start of the 2021 Steelers season.
The Steelers are on the road this Sunday versus Buffalo, but just because the game is away doesn't mean the party has to be.
Giant Eagle chef and restaurant leader Crystal Baldwin is over in our PCL kitchen getting us ready for football season with 3 tailgating recipes that will score a touchdown with your team. Hey, Crystal.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning. We're great.
We aren't going to have to eat for the rest of the day based on what's been happening today.
Nice. Yeah, so we are going to do several recipes. So we have a great resource with the Giant Eagle, the website. There's lots of recipes that you can do, and I'm doing 2 of the recipes off of the website. But I know when you walk in the store right now, you're going to see everything tailgate. You're going to see pretzel nugget platters with the nacho cheese that everybody loves. I love to see those are the favorite.
So
exactly. I mean, just the house meat tortilla chips, our salsa and guacamole that we make in house. I mean, just everywhere. There's all sorts of great things that are in store. So, but I'm going to make 2 things, and I'm going to make a meatball slider, and then I am going to make chicken and green chili nachos. Okay. So what I have is I have our ground beef, which is ground fresh in the stores daily. And then I'm going to take and put in breadcrumbs, oregano, salt and pepper, some of our Nature's Basket milk, and an egg. And then what we're going to do is stir it all up. Now, of course, I would always get in there and mix it up, but I don't want to do that right now because I'm going to touch a lot of different things. But your hands are always your best tool. And so you want to mix it really well. And then what I did is I rolled out 14 meatballs in here. So I have 14 meatballs, and I take and put them in a pan, but I put some of our olive oil in. So, and this is actually lean ground beef, which is nice. It's, if you're looking for something that's a little bit lighter, you can go ahead and use that. So what I did is I browned up the meatballs. And then you want to get it on all the sides, and you want it to have a nice color to it because that brings flavor as well. So once you get it all nice and browned and looking good, I was about to say.
Yeah, in fact, we couldn't wait, Crystal, so we're trying them, and what you're making right now is delicious.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I tell you, I tell folks, I don't have a specific breakfast that I eat. Like, whatever it is, I'm going to eat it. Whether it's tacos, meatball sliders, that's me. So this is a good breakfast.
We're right there with you.
Oh, good.
So tell us, you put the sauce right in there.
So what I did is I put our Market District tomato basil sauce in. And then I'm going to put some water in. And the reason I'm going to do that is I want to make sure that my meatballs cook through. So a lot of times what people do is they'll make the meatballs and they'll brown them for a little bit, and then they'll throw the sauce on and go, ooh, I'm done. And then they're not cooked all the way through. So you want to make sure that you put a little bit in, let it simmer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our slider buns. We have slider buns that we have that they make fresh in the store all the time. And so I take the slider buns, take and put some sauce on, our mozzarella cheese, and then I take the extra sauce and put it on the side, which is what you have. Yeah. I have a little bit of sauce on the side there.
That's great.
Yeah,
so
that's
people
perfect.
can dip in and get a little bit more because you might get a little messy during the game, right?
They're delicious. And now nachos are a staple in our house. Everybody loves nachos, especially when you can build your own. So tell us about the nachos and the cheese.
Well, this one I like a lot. So it is a little bit different, but it's still familiar. So I have milk, our Nature's Basket milk and cornstarch, which I took and I heat it up and I let it get really nice and thick. Then I take some corn and our Giant Eagle tomatoes with green chilies, and I add that in. I let that get nice and thick again. And then what I do is I add in our cheese, but you want to make sure it's nice and thick before you start to add in your cheese. And then after you add in the cheese, you're going to take our Nature's Basket chicken, which is an antibiotic-free chicken, and you can get it raw, you can get it cooked in our prepared foods departments, and I mix it in, and I have a little bit here. I take and I put it on top of our chips, half of it, and then I put a little bit of cheese on top. I put some black beans on top of it, and then I do the layer again. And then after I do that layer, and this is nice because it makes it hearty, then I go ahead and put it in the oven, melt it, And then I add in some jalapenos,
Delicious.
our salsa, and I am a sour cream fan. So I take sour cream, which is always in the house, and I put big dollops of that on too.
I love the Giant Eagle salsa. The hot salsa is my jam, Crystal.
I'm telling you, I love
good.
this salsa, but I love our pico de gallo that we make in the stores too. It's got some spice.
So good. Thank you so much.
The pretzel cheese dip we should mention as well. But yeah,
Yes.
I love your wonderful, generous portions on the nachos. It looks fantastic, Crystal.
That's a half portion.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm coming to your house.
There you go.
All right, thanks, Chef Crystal. And remember, you don't have to wait for the Steelers game on Sunday because West Virginia's home opener is this Saturday.
There you go. And you can find all of Crystal's recipes on our webpage, pittsburghtodaylive.com.